I'm very troubling with the happenings in the party. Now, what is troubling me, I think if Ubi Atiasia, it will be the person's also trouble.
Okay.
Is the issue of party leadership trooping in for political appointment at this stage.
Party leadership for appointment.
Very, very serious.
You are talking about elected members in the party.
Elected members in the party.
No.
Imputu party not in a very good position. I'm telling you. I'm very worried. And it cut across all over the regions, so all over the country.
You are worried, sir.
At the headquarters. Yes.
You are worried, sir, the youth department of the party. No. You are
looking at the youth department of the party.
Sir, you have others.
And I make catch say
now you don't have
troubling.
You don't have youth in the party
and
again.
All the
youth leaders in the
yes,
party.
And all the appointments
national youth.
Obi and who betimi agya office na be party adwuma.
I know there because I know so another task. Kesia and also kita a whole ayi. Udwin party adwuma be
yes, and get me right. I'm not saying say enye so mo be appointment.
Okay.
But the rate at which
the donor person mo koji positions.
Now a sign dangerous for our next election.
And I see.
You know what?
Dabi.
People think say you can only get position when you have party position. In Tibema next election are chaotic. Now the best I say
maybe next elections
I'm talking about next party internal election.
Okay.
Are chaotic. Because Obia against so they bano is not to serve the party.
But to go into government.
Occupy position and
go into government.
A serious issue. The party must really, really sit down and talk about it. Now, what the Okan Youth Department? If anything happened, the government is too young. But if anything happens today, now a communication problem, the party will struggle and suffer.
So the party communication machinery now is different from the government communication machinery.
The party communication machinery must be different from government communication machinery. Because, don't forget, I fought for this in 2011.
I see.
I fought for it in 2011. When we had government communication team different from party communication team. So be your observer. Obehunu say in 2011, 12, 13 thereof. Now all radio stations in Ghana, no more panel members are almost panel the 2-2. They saw the deficiency in NDC at that time. History must guide us. Into almost kofa government communication team member bako betena ho. Ni afa party communication team member bako betena ho. Obia semwa all kanko on the same issue.
Wow.
NDC has passed this. People must cast their mind back. This situation is very troubling. Now, what is your appointment, Your party leaders. Boache. So called campaign, me boy.
Yeah.
Okay. ODMPO. I'm not talking about party organizer. I'm not talking about party deputy organizer. I'm not talking about communication officer.
Okay.
Omo call hinterlands. Uhu nipa no di omo echi no. A life. Yedi wachi ni nyina nye se Mahama be wini nko a.
Yeah.
Obi create link. All right?
Yes.
Enti fane say example. I'm not saying this to denigrate Sami Jemfi, but I'm using him as example.
Okay.
So those who are listening to listen well.
Okay. And then you should be for free.
Mema ono ni deeper dinechi.
Okay.
Or your communication officer.
Tadom.
And I'm talking about communication.
Okay.
Wako baby to say memfa de say asante mampo.
Yeah. And I know any the mbono side over here.
And now no any the mbono side ho. And now chef time or call Winniba.
Yeah.
Uhu nipa ni dinachi. Obi e support no. Time one no be contested communication officer.
Yeah.
We dinachi a obi kra ne na chat wo WhatsApp. A wonhia ne da. But oboni din kire no ohia no oboni din obehunu se wona me chat.
A chat no.
All right.
Yeah.
Onipa ne nso feel so obi onim ne wo soro hɔ a eye ebia Sami Jemfi. Now Sami Jemfi precious mining company or dealing with gold. Nipa ne yere ne ho ye campaign ebia nipa onim na ye Sami Jemfi.
Yeah.
Enti ne se open employment were different place a why ni nipa obe permanent.
Tibia Samena na ni dinosaur.
Na di dinosaur.
But ene Samin ni hobium.
Enye so ni hobium by baby a wo no. Ohia moa wo ho.
Okay. Atias here.
Enti nipa no hwan ho no beko.
Okay.
Wakadwam. Obedin senseme.
Occupy another officer no so kita ni different you.
Yes, you are meeting different people.
Yeah.
And no enti host na mo politicians there say afi kra the friend na on fabiem and then they fought hwenra almost asset technical committee to set up this gold board blah and small meetings and enti that me pe immigration ne kra ni ho enya it says enka wo wadwendwen ho kra.
So who take charge of those people?
That is the problem we are facing that I'm talking about. And this is national. Oko region ne constituency. This is here no so no your interview central.
Yeah.
Constituency chairman.
Yeah.
Where we need council of state.
Yeah.
So why do you think everybody want to move from party position we're fighting for
to national
to that different level?
Okay.
Particularly government. It tells you history is guiding them. Say in the past, those who served the party did not benefit anything. They went home as paupers. Remember a typical example. Do you know Abranti be a friend or Solomon Cancer?
Yeah.
Who do you know?
A former communication officer.
Okay. In government, not a deputy propaganda secretary.
Yeah.
And obey a communication officer.
Yeah.
Mewa.
Yes.
Or no, you have started communication officer free.
I want to so yeah.
Where's Sharon and saying?
Nancy de Michia.
Okay. Into offer say a better motivation for Sami Jemfi to still be at the party headquarters.
So look at time because me kai time on that party no power.
Yeah.
President Mahama's first term.
Yes.
So
let's say first
used to come on.
Yes.
Munti FM.
Yes.
Yeah, na me ye morning show
Yes.
no. Na oba morning show no. Oba no guitar Land Cruiser no driving. Guitar Land Cruiser no driving.
Fred Agbanyo.
Yes.
Oh, they mean Fred Agbanyo. Kwaku Buahe.
Yeah.
Hey, example. Driving a V8 is not a you. I can tell you, yes, at a point, I know what went into it. Okay. But that is not my discussion.
Okay.
But my discussion is the people down there. People down there. Very soon, you'll start receiving those calls. Me watching, and you'll be a worry now. Me, I'm troubling. I'm asking myself, say, oh yeah, today, if any issue comes and we have to meet and decide as communication team, aka akogan. Onukura minim so appointment ni bi oso.
More communications department. No me nipa 3. Two ko
akawa.
Ana aka akogan. Youth organizer. Organizers no. Tere ni nyina ko. The substantive
organizer,
and the 2 deputies.
Organizer, me no kase organizing department minim the state.
Organizer the son no oguso organizer because on call.
How do you know?
Deputy organizer so.
How masa appointment no the enkrofo nsa kan baby enkrofo open who nim
ti no kasa. The nim ne
the maye no men me kira say minim the state of organizing department.
Mamisa question we. Someone also asked, Sir Abrabon, your boku yenim.
Okay.
And for instance, the party national executives now, Ebia party this one who said they can also serve in another capacity to help the government into Amumra. Na obifu from Ra, and also no.
I'm not saying say appointment na idea more money you're wrong. I'm not saying that.
I get you. And me know you are doing.
When they make channel.
Yeah.
But funny say watch it. Oyeja. And na watu kwan. And weja oba pani wo yere. And o man ketwa. Afin ya wo mpani owo mbebe 9 years. Ekira se sa nkwala we nyina adan wo yere na oba pani no. Meboa. Oba pani no oba 24 years. Unni abusua bia eka sa abusua ya wo ho. Ukodura brochire na obefa wo yere. Ebefa oba pani ne kwa brochire jankwala na. Ewom so am ko sika bade. But my problem na why the be take care of nkwala na weja omo. And don't forget, appointment ni bi wo ho a. I've told you last week, me catch it all. Me say I have never envied President Mahama in the last 1 month. Because I can imagine what the man is going through. But if you are so emrantie ni bi nso ne corporate appointment no. Ada wonim sa. Enti imagine say me fa ne say hwe Sami Jemfi rule. Hwe Opariado rule. Hwe Malik Basinteli rule. Hwe your friend is saying Broja Jemfi num and Broja Jemfi crowd so national officer or you appointed.
Yeah.
Omu rule omu play. Now your appointment no more so at the SO omu appointment. How will you feel? So sometimes you have to compensate. By compensating, no, me say I am saying say it is affecting the party. It is affecting the party and the future of the party. The future in the sense say sa ne beye dia ene obia so be lazy in boot for party
appointment.
No, position.
Okay. Until onim so do on mo.
Onim so do wa ben.
Obe transition akọ top.
Appointing authority in the next election. A issue that we need to deliberate about it seriously. Because so come a bit to say, for instance, a Northern Region Secretary in the NLE.
Not NLE, Alaji.
Only a Northern Region Secretary and a Northern Region Chairman. Me no kasa ye regional minister. How can you combine the regional minister with party chairman? Obviously, it can be possible.
Say be your deputy.
Only
they do have
vice or vice.
Yeah, vice chairman.
And this is the issue. Media, many bindi inkomo.
Okay.
By Elvis, Wachi, Besero. Shedane party for no munya appointment in deno. In inkomo, ne how they feel. Meet me a catch or say you will get less than 40% are more comfortable being at the party headquarters.
Yes, ubi a pesoko.
Ubi a pesoko. The onko no e betimi aba say e bia kwan na e maaye so obeko.
Okay.
Enti ne bonyo so. Enti adwuma bia ye de amememfe ye no. Adwuma na nya adwuma esese wo ye.
Say more IT directorate no ne election directorate. So, you see our boss, Omane Boamako. Then yeah, Kokusuko and I am told say Jesus Sobeko.
Why?
Yeah, doctor.
But for somebody that I respect so much, in fact, the commitment to party is commendable, and I wish
okay.
But he is somebody that we must learn from. It's Madi.
Madi
appointment here, okay. I can tell you, Madi will not go for appointment. What did I mention and I say? Madi will not go for appointment. As for that one, though I've not spoken to Madi one-on-one, say as whether Obeko, but I know
he has told me he won't go.
Okay.
He has told me he's not going anywhere. Yeah.
Because I know him.
Because I say elections, branch elections.
That's it. It imagine say Madi Nswako. Yes, of course, the party will appoint somebody interim to manage the branch election. Where is institutional memory?
And also your critical power.
How is that election going to happen? From branch to constituency to region to national. And this particular election, I've told you, based on the current trend, it's going to be competitive. Don't forget, in the past, na branch election crowd here, obitimitina them etro ne list.
The
last election, any election in the history of NDC, ayenya semblance of competitive branch election. Even though there was that selection there, but relatively not competitive. The next election is not going to be like the past. It will be highly competitive because the interest there is high. Ma obia nkase me bo party for ni hu. But me ma ye live up to the realities. Nama sre party for no. But of course, Sabiga sorry. Obeye wadwen say onkonko pe position na obetena party headquarters no. No be disika betu. Wan hwe ya obeye mobo.
Obeye just obesom party no.
Obesom party.
Nti onko
baabia.
Obi disika ba betu.
Obi betimi akwaje party position na gisika dia betu.
And they shouldn't come back and contest.
I'm saying, what I'm saying, I'm pushing for constitutional reforms.
Okay.
And it must happen this year. We must urgently change our party constitution. And yes, sir, the future, to me, with the eye that I have, is very, very bleak. Because obi be kwa kwaje position e de amase worth e de asan be tu de ote hoye adwuma no who said that me catch there say obi a ya ma opposition a wakotena ho as chief executive officer as or minister no who say ya we nipa oha e wo wachi a they equally qualified to hold that same position.
That's true.
What did you mention? I say enti for the say boache wo enka obetimi hold this certain position by party adwuma nti watena ho te said the ma di se obetena ho aye adwuma yi ne ma di atena ho wa anko appointment na obi edi sika abeyi ma di afiri ho a ebeya na enya enough motivation for anybody to sacrifice his life for a political party. Not also to say we should close the election, we should allow people to contest. I'm not saying that. But we must think deep. Think deep to reconcile these two things. Na party for na ye pa appointment. Me da so sre. Me ka ho. Yen ya ye pa appointment no. Boache me nya appointment ameje.
Obeje.
Meje.
And that's also called.
Some mini party position.
I know there.
Me then.
Only elected member.
Me elected member. And I'm appointed member. So.
Yeah.
Into me mini party position.
But the things you do behind the scenes is more than.
Behind the scene, yeah, also scene. I don't know so yeah,
more dangerous no. Behind the scenes.
What did I mention? I say. Into me appointment I meje. Me appointment na meje. But we must be measured. Because of course, enye ye nyina ye benya appointment. Boache yentiase. Se sadia ni ye manifesto na ye de call ekoye campaign no. Ida ye nigidie wom ana nipa President Mahama appoint wo mo no so ye nigidie wom. Me sa koto asre onya akoro a wo kọ saa